Hey there, it is Chess Edwards with another in a Living Forward series. The New Year's coming up. It's the end of 2009. It's December of 2009, and obviously that means 2000 and God, I know this one. I think 2010 is probably coming up. And I wanted to share with you an idea, something that I do every year, and I encourage a lot of my clients to do as well. And that is, rather than choose a New Year's resolution for the new year, I like to choose a word, something to really bring my focus on, my attention to. And the reason is that New Year's resolutions really are the types of things that we can be really making throughout the year, rather than once a year saying I commit to, and choosing something that is going to be better for our health, for our mind or our body or our spirit. It's nice to do something in regards to really focusing our attention on a concept more that might have more impact than just on that one action or that one behavior that we're trying to modify. So New Year's resolutions, those are things we can make resolutions throughout the year and have those focus on specific actions or behaviors. But a word is really a powerful thing. We certainly all know that where our attention goes, our energy flows. I was mentioning or talking to somebody earlier today about Mini Coopers, and I've been kind of fascinated with a little Mini Cooper car, and as soon as I brought them into my awareness, of course, I started seeing them everywhere. I saw Mini Coopers. Now, that didn't mean that there were more Mini Coopers out there than before. It just means that's where my awareness was, so that's what I started to see. So, words. This year, my word for myself is allowing. Allowing, you could also say acceptance, but for me what resonates more is allowing. So what I'm doing is I'm going into this new year with really my focus and my intention on allowing and accepting all aspects of who I am, of my being, the different facets, the different dimensions of who I am. So how does that play out? So we all have different aspects of our lives, different manifestations of who we are. We can be joyful at times, we can be fearful at times, we can be compassionate at times, we can be angry at times. So by allowing, I simply allow and accept those aspects of my nature that aren't necessarily as healthy as I would like them to be, or don't necessarily support the healthy person that I am and am becoming. But allowing them doesn't mean that I don't work on or bring my attention to also moving them out of my life. Gay Hendricks, who's a really quite a pioneer in regards to personal development and self-development and spiritual development, he says that in order to change things, we first must embrace them as we are. So denying them or trying to ignore them isn't really going to help us embrace them and then allow us to change them. And I'm going to take that word change, and I'd actually like to submit the word transform. The difference between change and transformation is change is like the wind. The wind changes. It changes the direction. It blows in this direction, then it blows in that direction. Then it may change back and blow back in that direction. If we put a little bit of attention onto a diet for a part of the year, our weight may change, but then it may fluctuate back and change back to what it was. If we're really looking at transformation in our lives, something that is transformational, that is something that once it has shifted, it can't go back. A great analogy I heard from David Greenspan, who's the COO of the Deepak Chopra, the Chopra Institute for Wellbeing, is David said a beautiful thing. He talked about his favorite brownie recipe, and he really went through all the different ingredients and how he mixes the eggs and the flour just to make it perfect. And after a bit, he's brought us through the process of these individual ingredients, the eggs, the flour, the sugar, the chocolate, and how that is then transformed into brownies. So he says when he pulls them out of the oven, there are these rich, beautiful, piping hot, delicious brownies that have transformed. You cannot separate and pull the eggs back out of that and the flour and the sugar and bring them back to their original form. That's true transformation. So in our own lives, what are the things that allow us to really not just make a change and a temporary change, but put our dedication, our commitment, our awareness so intently and so honestly and so fully on these aspects of our lives, it allows us to transform. So my word for the year is allowing. I'm really allowing all these different aspects of myself and acknowledging them in a way that really shows a love for self. It really shows this sense of, okay, I am that too. I am joy, but I am also sometimes anger. I am courage, but I am also sometimes fear. I am that too. I allow it, I love it, and it certainly allows me to move it beyond so much more. So I encourage you this year, choose a word. Choose a word to enter the new year, a mantra, if you will, something you want to bring your awareness to, and that can change throughout the year. My words over the years have been things like courage. I think I had that one for a few years. Grace, gratitude, compassion, joy, and this year it's allowing. So what's your word for the year? Go ahead, leave it in the comments box. I think those are down there. What's your word for the year? Enjoy, Happy New Year, and be well. Thank you.